This is called My Story. Can't remember before the age of 4, though the broken window I do recall. Now we call it domestic violence. When I was a kid, the neighbours remained in silence. Shouts and screams disturbed my dreams, messed up my head as I lay in bed. By the age of 12, I sleep with a knife, learnt to fight for control. Will I ever crawl from this hole? Dreading every hour, in need of power, problem to solve, need to evolve. So I became a bully, satisfaction fully, or so it seemed, but it was only in my dreams. Outside all is calm, inside rings alarms, so now I self-harm. At 14 years old, my mind breaks, time to decide my own fate, time to make an exit plan. I'll end my life, I know I can. I didn't, I talked instead. Better to talk than being dead. At 16, I got my dream. Really, such a fool. Kicked out of school, thought that it was great, I made my own fate. School was such a waste. Only 3 qualifications in a life of aggravation and deprivation. 10 years later, 26, married with a wife and kids. Stopped my evil tricks. Still, something was amiss. All was fixed with Jesus in the mix. He gave me a gift. Taught me to write, rhyme and rap. A miraculous change, and I never looked back. I became a Christian man, and God, He had a plan. Full of His truth, He called me to work with His youth. With His integrity, I grew a charity. Followed His vision, man on a mission. 24 years of loving those kids. Plenty of tears, blessings and gifts. At the age of 48, a doctor said, "Your kidneys aren't great." At 53, a friend told me, "An author you can never be." And me, I believed. Was I deceived? 1 year later, at 54, time to leave the project called The Door. I no longer had the fight, so took flight, started to write. A new skill came alive, wrote my life story, gave God the glory, all hunky-dory. At 56, on dialysis, depression kicks in and starts to win, head in a spin. 2 years later, I'm a 58er, depression even greater. God, why have you abandoned me? I cried. Use the gift I gave you, He replied. He told me to write despite my physical limitations. Use your God-given imagination. Create your own creation. Writing lifted me from despair. I knew that God really did care. At 59, a transplant came in the nick of time before I lost my mind. At 61, now 8 books written, I thank God that I'm forgiven. And God said to me, all that you have done before prepared you for your latest call. He called me to write the Psalms in rhyme, a task so sublime. It blessed me so much I couldn't believe it. I pray it blesses you when you read it. Now, what does the future hold? Only God knows. I just do as I'm told.